Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fantasy match preview for the third game of the 100. And we have Nikhil Bhai joining us from Goa. He's giving us his privileged time on his anniversary day and his holiday. How are you doing? How are you enjoying the weather over there?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Good to have some time off. But yes, back for what is also important, and that's the 100 fantasy preview. Yes, very odd game yesterday. Morgan scored. Just tells you everything that you need to know for this year. But yeah,
Right.
that's how it is.
So I guess we let's just wait for 10 seconds. We have only one or two viewers in yet. I've just posted the link, so I guess everyone else
Yes.
also should be in. And guys, agenda for today is we are going to start off by discussing the team. We'll also tell you what incentives we have in store for you across this live, and we'll end it by taking any sort of questions that you have, whether it's grand leagues, small leagues, any of it. So we'll close the discussion by having those things covered.
Yes.
So I'll just share my screen till everyone is in and we can talk about the team then.
Yes. Again, first you'll obviously see where we are playing. That's fan to play because multiple options. Yesterday we told about not being confident about the
Yep.
batters, and we picked many all-rounders. Most of them work. I think Sunil Naran was a great pick. Again, common one, but sometimes in the first few games you have to always go with common options first because you're not sure who's going to play what role. So I think
Hmm.
that is where fan to play will definitely give you that advantage that credit issue won't be there unless you're picking all the high-end players.
Hmm.
And of course, you can always move around with only two bowlers or with only two batters and have six in another department. So I think that's what makes it very easy to play the 100 on fan to play. And yes, the leaderboard and all, I'm sure Viren will talk about that now.
Yep. So I will talk about the base team and we will also talk about the
Yep.
leaderboard. I guess you all know about it already, and this is the leaderboard contest currently. Not too much of competition. 3,500 spots just to compete with. Not even practically 3,500 people because many people will come in with multiple teams. So I guess that is a really good incentive. And you also have the free entry contest where you don't pay any money and you get to join the
Yep.
contest. So you must do that. So we'll get to the team then for today's game.
Yes.
And I think the base keeper is pretty clear in Josh Butler. I don't think too many people are taking a risk on him. Are you taking a risk on Salt, Nikhil Bhai? Because we have two Salt and Pepper right in the keeping section.
Yeah, I think salt pepper might be a very tricky combination. Again, it's a very common one, but
Hmm.
you have to go with if you feel salt will be the differential pick for you, he could very well be that. He's been in okay kind of form. Numbers are also very okay.
Hmm.
Something that you might want to think that Josh Butler is always getting runs.
Hmm.
Now, Phil Salt had a very good, I think, blast with 390 runs in 14 matches. So that's where you will feel that okay, Salt is great. But then, where is he batting? What is going to be his role? If he's going to open, are his opponents? Because
Right.
conditions are also very important. Yesterday, also we saw early wickets, so
Hmm.
you have to factor that. And then, Josh Butler is the safest option. But yes, you can definitely try Salt as your differential captain.
Right. And I feel Pepper also has been in good form throughout the blast.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a grand
Yes.
league pick there too.
Yep.
Okay, then we have the batters. I think some obvious choices from here. Fab
Yeah.
Duplessis, Harry Brook pick themselves. I guess you'll go one between Turner, Lith, or Stubbs. I'm more inclined towards Turner because of the fact that he played the blast and he is bowling a bit too. What do you think? Do you feel Stubbs or Lith would make be one better?
See, I will also suggest a very left field idea of dropping Faf.
Hmm.
Again, very less cricket, but same could be said about Morgan that he was not coming in with much cricket,
Right.
but he came in and
Right.
played a great now. So I think in the
Hmm.
base teams, everybody will probably take Faf, but
Right.
usually he always doesn't start tournaments very well. So that
And
is
he's going
something
to
that you
start
can
against a left arm spinner, Tom Hartley. So,
term hardly. So again
hmm.
it's going to be a gut feel call. I'll tell
Hmm.
you in most other teams you will find Faf. So if you want him, take him. But a differential idea or a grand league idea could be to drop him if you think the left arm seamer or a spinner will get him out early. So that is
Fair
something
enough.
that you have to very differential idea.
Fair enough. Okay, so I guess these
Yeah.
look like a good set of batters. All rounders, I know Vanindu Hasaranga, my man who's
Yeah.
won me two GLs, is not available.
Yeah.
So we don't have him, but we surely have Andre Russell. and
Yes.
David Willey, both of whom I guess pick themselves in these
Yeah.
conditions. What about Ben Stokes? I feel like he's not played too much cricket, but then he's a stalwart. So how do you decide on such a player?
I think I'll probably also decide basis the number of bowling options.
Hmm.
Uh, maybe that could give you a cue in terms of whether he's going to be bowling or
Bowl
not.
more.
Then
Right.
that makes him a very differential player. If he's going to
Hmm.
be, again, it's not a differential player, but
Hmm.
if you take him and everybody else, you will have some credit issue somewhere. So
Or then
that's
you
where you have
drop
to.
Duplessis and you take Stokes. That
Exactly.
could be,
Either
yeah.
you'll probably have to drop one big player, and then that
Hmm.
one big player has to be on cut or their eventual role in the side.
Right.
So, as again, first games are always going to be tricky. But if he's
Hmm.
bowling first, and if he's someone who's going likely to be part of the guys bowling as a death,
Hmm.
who knows? Stokes could take away 2, 3. Who knows? We don't know that. We don't know that yet. So
Right.
I'm not even sure if he'll play again. Very, very speculative thing that. But
Hmm.
if he plays, I'm sure he'll be there in most teams. But I'll probably pick him if he's bowling also. That just gives
Right.
me a different option because there are very good alternatives as well. See, Sean Abbott
Hmm.
always takes wickets at the death in most
One
games.
of Sean, yeah, Sean or
Yeah.
Bravo,
So
both of whom
yeah,
bowling first.
yeah.
Hmm.
So you have enough very good options in terms of all rounders and bowlers today. Again,
Hmm.
because we trust bowlers and all rounders more, so we have more options there. So yeah, Stokes if he's bowling, otherwise one of Bravo and Abbott in terms of whoever bowls first, that could I think complete your all rounder section because
Right.
most people will definitely take in Russell and Willie. They are multifaceted.
Totally.
Yeah, they'll give more
So I guess
confidence.
we'll keep Abbott then for now, assuming that
Yeah.
Abbott is bowling first, and then in case Bravo bowls first, you can make that switch in your team.
Yeah.
Then we have the bowlers again. Adil Rashid, Richard Gleason pick themselves for me,
Yeah.
and then you have two more slots in the bowling section. Matthew Parkinson playing on his home ground
Yes.
along with another home man, Tom Hartley. So do you pick both or do you pick one?
So again, now that we have actually assumed that Sean Abbott is going to bowl first,
Hmm.
another very good option if Superchargers bowl first is Vabrias. I think he's
Right.
gone
Hmm.
like 3 wickets, 2 wickets, 2 wickets in the few games that he's played here. So he could be a very good pick for you.
Hmm.
He always has that one good game with the bat also where he'll give you a good 5 ball 20 lapet of fire towards mid wicket or
Hmm.
something. So वो आता है कभी कभी. So that is again a very good choice that you can have in your sides. But I think Parkinson cannot be dropped. Not at this venue.
Hmm.
Not the numbers he has at this venue are crazy. So I think I'll definitely go with him. So again, I think the call will eventually boil down to one of Stokes or Faf or Bravo. So just
Hmm.
complete the entire mix together. And yeah, roles are I think are very important because we are lacking one bowler here from
Right.
Superchargers. So that
Currently,
call
we are at
can
8.5 credits. And
yeah
if you look at the Superchargers options that we have, I think Wahab Riaz fits the bill the best. But if
yeah
you feel like you want someone who can give you some batting value along with it, then Bryden Cass is not too bad an option either
yes
because he was bowling his full quota last year and he was batting, I think, 5 down or 6 down.
yeah
So can be a valuable or handy choice. But
yes
yeah, I guess that makes it up for now with Wahab Riaz. So we are going with a 5-6 balanced combination. And
yeah
I'll reveal captain and vice captain. But before that, I have to reveal the fan to play leaderboard also to all of you.
yes. Also, just while we talk about that, I think one more differential pick
Hmm.
today can be Adam House, especially given the
Good
form
form.
that he's been.
Hmm.
Blast, he had a very good blast. So again, plenty of good talents. You could either back big names in Adam Leth, Faf, or you could go with informed players as well. So completely your call, just giving you a few more options that you can try.
Right, right. So this is the leaderboard,
Yep.
and I know many of you are at the top. In case any of you are currently pursuing this or have some ranks, please drop them in the
Yes.
comment section so we can suggest how you can improve them. And if yours are good, then you can suggest to us.
How to
So
improve? Yeah.
the leaderboard currently you get a bike on the first two ranks, a bike, a scooter. Third rank is the OnePlus Nord, and then you have a great set of smart
Yeah.
devices and jerseys, so you can make
Yeah.
your pick there. And yes, I think the big advantage here, like Nikhil Bhai mentioned, is you can go with multiple all rounders and just two batters. And again, in this
Yeah.
game, you see many potential candidates with the bat who can be dropped. Maybe Fab
Yeah.
Duplessis because of not much game time, or Ashton Turner, because he's not played as much at this level because of Blast. We would consider it to be
Yeah.
one level lower. So you have some candidates
Yeah.
to drop.
Yes. And also the advantage, as I said, you could potentially play around with lot of big player drops, but also inform players in your side as captain, vice captain. Now, I can tell you, not many people will make the picks like Wahab Riaz or Adam Blake, or Adam Hose or Harry Brook as the captain, the vice captain.
Hmm.
So those differential choices could also get you a lot of advantage in leaderboard contest. So that way, you not only win the match leaderboard, but you also increase your chances of being part of the entire leaderboard and climbing the ranks, because that's the only way to do it. Everybody will always have a common team in the leaderboard contest. It's about wherever you want to take risk. These are the perfect type of contest because it's the rewards are definitely worth the risk. So yeah, why not?
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so I guess I'm going to reveal captain and vice captain. Before I reveal captain and vice captain, I'm slightly upset. Yeah, yesterday all of you joined the live, but half the likes, half the comments. So today, before Nikhil
Yeah.
bhai reveals this captain, vice captain, I want you all to reveal your captain, vice captain in the comments box, and then we'll go and reveal us till I share my screen.
Yes, do that. It's always good to know how many people are actually watching and how many people are
Yep.
just there for
Screen चला के छोड़
अरे,
दिया.
screen चला गया. I think, see, the point is to add value to your experience, and I think that is something that we've done decently so far. But of course, you all know the world works by numbers, and we all need those to be regular with you all and be sharing whatever we do. Again, it's not a high price, just a way of you showing the appreciation that yes, we do like
Watch the
or
game. Yeah.
acknowledge your thoughts on the game, because some when they work again, like the Morgan call, we did discuss about that, right? We did discuss in the first game how Alex Davis could be a better pick in terms of Tom Band. So all of this information, of course, everybody's giving you, but whoever you are happy with in terms of consumption, you can definitely show your way of thanking in that regard. So yeah, thank you always for tuning in for all our inputs. Yes,
And now I'm going
Arnav
to
has
reveal captain, vice captains. Arnav says Willie is his captain, and I guess that's a fair enough call because he was important
yeah.
with batting and bowling last year. So I guess that will be more of a common call. Please don't take offense if I don't share more Willie options, as quite a few are going with Willie here. And I see
Yeah.
someone say Russell captain and Butler vice captain. Now Russell is someone who's harrowed me in IPL with his death bowling. With that last over, he comes and takes 3-4 wickets.
Four
So I
wickets.
guess
Yeah.
that's a great option to have, especially because he's also going to hit big. Nikhil, why
Yeah.
do you feel like Russell would be your captain today, or that would be too left field because he's playing after a while?
Uh, I'll be very honest. I'll go basis the toss and
Hmm.
where he's going to likely to bowl. If he's going to bowl in the death overs, 100% blind choice my captain, because it's too much to cover. Again,
Hmm.
something that we have to be very smart in terms of our small league contest whenever we play them is you cannot drop or not make, because even if you make him vice captain, you'll lose, because that is
Hmm.
the amount of people who will bring him as a captain, vice captain. So that is the call that you have to take, whether you want to go the risky route or the safe route. If you go the risky route and it works, you are going to win 15 to 20 times of the investment. So that is a call that you can definitely take. Again, I am not someone who always relies on two batters or more of those kinds. I think we have very good options with uh, David Willey, and again, he's a common option, but the role that he's going to play, it's going to be far more impactful as compared to many other guys in the team. But something like a Parkinson can be a great option. Something we discussed in terms of going very left field with your selection. So Mark Parkinson can be that. Even Wayne
Hmm.
Madsen, uh, he's not picked bass as of now, but he's
Yep.
been bowling. He's been batting well in the
Off spin,
blast.
very handy.
Good, he's
Hmm.
good record at the venue too. So if you imagine the game happening that okay, wickets will fall, go ahead and try them. And then you can, in one of the leagues, you can definitely make them your captain, vice captain. But common options: Russell, Butler, Sean Abbott, bowling first, great option. And of course, if you feel Brook will score or Adam Hose will score, they too are very good options. Of course, it's a departmental call कि आपको बैटर्स के साथ जाना है,
Hmm.
बॉलर्स के साथ जाना है या ऑलराउंडर्स के साथ जाना है. मैं इवेंचुअली ऑलराउंडर्स के साथ ज्यादा जाता हूँ, पर अगर कोई एक बंदा बहुत अच्छे फॉर्म में हो, जैसे मार्क पैटकिंसन है इस वेन्यू पे, वहां पर वाइल बॉलिंग फर्स्ट, आई थिंक वी हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ इंटरेस्टिंग चॉइसेस फॉर दिस गेम.
Right. So I guess we should reveal our choices too then. And Brook and Bravo, yes, some were really good choices. Maybe you can reverse
Yeah,
them, especially if Bravo is bowling first. And
yeah,
Mayank, your question is, will Adil play? So Adil played the last series, so we assume he should play here.
yeah,
Unless you have some news that you got before us, then please
yeah,
reveal.
yeah. Share that with us too. We'll also get that benefit.
Yep. So I guess in terms of differentials, we have discussed quite a few, but I
Yeah.
feel like Russell would be a really good choice if he's
Yes.
bowling first. Butler, I feel like would be the vice captain for me in that scenario because when he's chasing, he does not have that pressure of
Yes.
going hard from ball one.
100.
So I feel like if Russell's team is bowling first, I'll go with him as captain and Butler
Yeah.
as vice captain. And yes, Matt Parkinson also fits in the same bill because when he's bowling second, he turns out to be slightly more effective. So
Yes.
I feel like those are my key choices. I feel like Adil Rashid at times does bowl loose, but he will have that day where he'll come and give you 3 or 4 wickets. So over
Yeah.
to you, Nikhil Bhai, to decide yours.
Yeah. I think as I said, I'll probably go with Russell and Willie as options.
Hmm.
Again, primarily because if Willie bowls first, 100% very good pick to take.
Hmm.
Same logic, bowls important overs and then bats at a very good position. He could give you a very
Right.
handy 30 also. That also works for you if he takes 2 wickets.
Hmm.
Something that you're not always assured if Russell is batting first because
Hmm.
you don't know how long the games will go and whether he'll
Yeah.
bowl at the
True.
dead. He does, so of course, Jai Mata, you can't do much about it, but maybe you can
Hmm.
reverse. So you can do that. And also, as we discussed, plenty of good differential options in Sean about Butler, Fabrias, Parkinson. But yeah, common will
Absolutely.
probably be between Russell, Willie, and Josh Butler.
Totally. So I guess this is our log base team for now. One change that I feel I'm going to make on this base team, being the crazy human being that I am, I'm going to drop Faf Duplessis and take Ben Stokes. But I'll hold
Yeah,
my horses for now and reveal that to you post the toss. So I
yeah.
guess
I think
this is
Ben
the team.
Stokes, yeah,
Yeah,
Ben Stokes will also be a very common captain. So you'll have
yeah.
to take that into
I'll
consideration
accept.
if you're playing
Hmm.
head to head or something that
Hmm.
we'll have to take a risk on one player. Again, first games
For the credits.
we don't
Hmm.
know how many of them will actually play. Yesterday Pollard played, but the news was that he was maybe not fit enough. So see all of that into consideration. Again, Ben Stokes will be a good option as well.
Totally. So
Yeah,
I guess this is our base team then. In case you have just joined in, feel free to take a screenshot and lock this team for
yeah,
you. I'll just show you the preview one more time. This is the team. Joss Butler. I feel Matthew Pepper is going to be the good option in the keeping section for you as far as Grand League is concerned,
yeah,
unless you're a fan of Salt. And then in the batting section, like I'm mentioning, Duplessis, if you want to drop and go for the extra all rounder, and Ben Stokes, you can do that exclusively on Fan2Play. Go with just two
yeah,
batters, three all rounders, and because we love bowlers, we have taken four of
yeah.
them. You can cut out one if you feel like it's going to be good for batting. So
Bilkul. I
that is
think
our
just
team
one
now.
thing, yeah,
Yeah.
one thing to just wrap up entire discussions you have. If you see, there are very, very good options in all departments and very varied ones as well. So I think this
Hmm.
could be a very good game to play on Grand League and target the leaderboards because there are so many good options and sometimes you just need them, all of them to perform a bit. कि अगर विली दो ले रहा है तो रसल भी दो ले ले रसल दो ले रहा है तो ब्रावो भी दो ले ले तो if it's shared you are always in the game with multiple teams and I think that is the fun about leaderboards that if your teams are such that you have variety in your teams, at least one of your team will definitely go up top.
And
So
strike
do
rate.
think about the game in that sense as well. Some games are very common. Okay, these are the only two options. In this game, there are plenty of them. And most of them are in form as well. And we
Hmm.
haven't been able to pick them. So again, a great game for Grand League. Of course, as Viren says, free contest, आंख बंद करो ज्वाइन करो देखो वीरेन अभी ज्वाइन कर रहा है अब लेट है
Saving
पाप
some
लगना
time.
चाहिए yeah, but then that is the thing. Always join all such contests, especially on Fan2Play because क्या जा रहा है 0 रुपीज है
Absolutely.
लग गया तो भाई इन्वेस्टमेंट निकल जाएगा कुछ गेम्स का
And especially if you have a crazy team, then to more. So you should just switch that team
बिल्कुल
and put it in there.
yeah
And then I want to speak about Challenge Fantasy today because you will have so many people coming in with
yes
common Challenge Fantasy teams. So this is your chance. If you feel like someone
correct
like Faf will fail or someone like Butler will fail, then you go ahead and take that risk by taking someone like Stokes, take
yeah
someone like Russell, because you have so many options in the all-round section. So I guess this is a good option for a good game for you to try Challenge Fantasy, and you can pick two, three, or four players as per your suitability.
yeah and also
And
one
I
great thing to remember for challenge fantasy is that you're not always going to lose even if the guy scores. Your other guy can
Correct.
always compete and do better as well. So you're not always out of the game. So I think that is something that's very important to know the role of the player. Okay, if you're going with only two players or three players, who are the guys that you are backing? Because even if Josh Butler scores a 40 and is opponent's captain, if your bowler takes 3 wickets bowling at the death
Hmm.
or bowling first, you could still overpower him. So that is how I say you can look at challenge fantasy.
Totally, totally. And I forgot to send the challenge fantasy contest to Nikhil by yesterday, so he got
He
away
didn't
yesterday.
forget. He just didn't want to lose. He didn't forget. He just didn't want to lose.
So today I know that he's going to be in the Goa mood and he's going to be enjoying. So maybe I can try to slip in a win there today.
Okay, let's try.
And
Let's see.
we are
Nothing gets
open
in
to
way of
taking
cricket.
questions. We are open to taking questions now.
Yes.
Can take a risk on dropping Russell while batting first. I'm a person who takes a risk on Russell even when he bowls first. But yes, when he's batting first, because he's batting very low and that batting
Yeah.
lineup that he's playing in is pretty strong. Yes, I think
Yeah.
it's due a risk. So
And
yeah, I
also, you need
guess.
to remember if you're taking a risk, sometimes it's not even that what if he's promoted? He could also
Hmm,
fail if he's promoted, right? He could always score, but that's anyways something that you're always thinking. So other way to think
totally.
is even if they get a good start, he's promoted. What if he just hits a 4 ball 20? We're still
Hmm.
not going to lose much as compared to say a 20 ball 50 or 30 ball 60 kind of now. So again, back your visualization, how you think, but always open to dropping big players because it rewards in the same way.
And the nature of his batting is such, it is pretty high risk. So even if he's
Yeah,
going to score 15-20, he will provide probably a chance in that fifteen
yeah,
twenty unless he's in bazooka mode.
yes,
And next question is Stokes captaincy scenario. So if you're picking him in the team, like if you're able to slot him in for someone like we
yeah,
mentioned Faf, or if you have the credits to slot him in, then he becomes a good vice captaincy choice. Captain would be a slight stretch because of recent
yeah,
form, but yeah, that's what we feel about it.
yeah. It's the same with Morgan as like you said, like he could
Hmm.
Morgan and Pollard. Now if you back Pollard, you will feel like damn I shouldn't have. But if you back Morgan, you're like, oh wow, I backed the guy who's not playing much. So same logic with Faf, same logic with Stokes. People are not playing enough. They could come up, they could fail horribly. So it's just a gut
Totally.
feel call, and sometimes luck, of course, has to go your way.
Totally, totally. And we have another question here. Okay. Uh, Congrats for 1K. Thanks,
Yes,
Saurabh. The congrats is more to all of you because you guys have
yes,
supported and got us till here. So the congrats is to all of you. The congrats is also to Nikhil Bhai who actually convinced me to do this. I didn't want to come on screen till Feb 2022. And then he told me that okay, these guys have heard you speak on Twitter Space and you should do this on video too. And I took so long to shoot that first video. So yeah,
that's okay.
that is.
That's the risk. That's the small league risk that I took for a grand league and see where he is now. So it's only going to grow. Again, you just go by what you see, right? We all see potential, and I think Viren has a great potential in being a very good speaker, very good seller, uh, but not sell. So I'll just leave it there. Then you can assume whatever you want to
The
about
rest
selling
of
there.
it, the rest of it we'll discuss offline and on another
Uh-huh.
live space. So I'm cutting
Yeah.
that off there.
Okay.
What about Adam Lith or
Yeah.
Evans as they were in good form in the blast? So I feel like we were discussing this right before we got onto this live that these are two players who are high on potential, very high in terms of range of stroke making, but they're
Yeah.
also very high on risk. And because you have so
Yeah.
many all rounders and bowlers, do you want to take that chance on a guy who can obviously hit 50, 60 on his day,
Yeah.
but on the other end, you have a guy who will get multiple chances through the game. So
Yeah.
it's a call you have to take.
Bilkul. It's just a safe or a risky
Hmm.
strategy. If you feel you want to back their form, go ahead and do it. There's nobody stopping you. We are just very greedy for more points, so we back all of them. That's has to put it
Yeah,
very simply.
totally. Matt Parkinson,
Yeah.
29 matches, 48 wickets on this
Yes.
venue. So I don't think you have to think about it too much. Nikhil Bhai has
Yeah.
given you the tick on him. So we don't have to think about it too much. You can think about it in terms of Grand League captaincy and vice
Yeah.
captaincy if he's bowling second.
Yes.
And yes, my day is made. Mr. Crick Crazy Nix has paid me the
Arif.
compliment of the highest order. So obviously my day is made. And guys, small piece of information. I know that the weekend is arriving, so you guys might be busy in the evening. So we are planning to do this at about 12, 12:30
Yeah.
in the afternoon on Saturday, Sunday. But feel free to let us know in the comments on Twitter if you feel
What
like
is the
you
best
want to
time?
stick
Yeah,
to the same time slot. Even if you guys are live right now and want to let us know right now, so that I can schedule it and keep it in advance for you guys. So in terms of
बिल्कुल
Saturday, Sunday, whenever you want us to do the preview and all your GL combinations, happy to speak about them at the time that suits all of you.
बिल्कुल. I can also ensure I get more, you know, Goa trip पे क्या कर रहा है looks from people around me, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Cricket takes preference everywhere.
Okay, so I guess most of you are saying afternoon would be a good time. So we'll try to do somewhere about 2, 3 p.m. if that is good with the most of you.
Cool, cool, yeah.
Great. So if you guys have any questions, another 10-15 seconds we'll hold on. Otherwise, we
Yeah.
can close the discussion. बहुत अच्छा है जब निखिल भाई ट्विटर पे रिप्लाई करते हैं दोस्तों को बोलता हूँ मुझे ब्लू टिक even I had the same feeling till 6 months ago when I spoke to him for the first time and I was like okay Crick Crazy Nix is now following me on Twitter. Then the second discussion was Crick Crazy Nix has invited me to his Twitter space and now I can proudly say Crick Crazy Nix is my mentor in terms of fantasy cricket. So yeah, I understand that
Yeah.
feeling.
Please don't roast me at least live. It's already I see again. It's just the love for the game. I think it's we grow together better. That's my only motto. I would have loved to have such chances given to me when I was stepping into something. So I just like to do the same with whoever's coming up because again, why not?
Very kind of you. So 4-7 or 5-6. So Aryan, you have been going with the 4-7 combination in the last
Yeah,
2 days because we have seen one team overpowering the other. But we saw that London came up with the goods, even though it was a close
correct.
game yesterday. But today we feel like it might be more of a balanced game, and maybe you're in for more of a thriller. So we have gone 5-6. But if you feel like in GL you want to favor one team, you can do that.
Yeah, please go ahead. Always back your visualization. No matter whatever we say, do, or make as teams, play that with one team, but always make your team because being unique is what sets you apart from others. That's what will get you the big amount too.
Absolutely. So then I won't take more of the time of you guys and of the man on his Goa trip. So you guys can enjoy the weekend. And thank you so much everyone for joining
Yep.
into the live again today. And we hope to see you again in the afternoon tomorrow or at the time that suits all of you. You can let us know on Twitter. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And thank you, Nikhil Bhai, for joining in. The challenge contest is coming to you soon.
Okay. Yes. Let's get it on. Let's have a good game. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Please.
Thank
Feedback
you, guys.
always welcome. Yeah. Thank you.